What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shellz. Welcome back to the show. This is week number 3 of the NFL preseason, and this should be a good week. Week 3 of the preseason, when every team starts playing their best guys again for a much longer period than the other games. Probably the game where the best team probably wins this week most times. In week 4, it's a bit of a throw up, toss up. You know what I mean? Week 3, the better team tends to win on the day. Let's get into the games. Falcons at Dolphins. Two good teams here, but they're not up there with the elite teams. They're not a playoff yet. Falcons, of course, Julio Jones. The Dolphins with Jarvis Landry. Two great wide receivers in this game. It'll be interesting to see these guys play, but I think the Falcons will pull us out in the end. I think they got a better offensive system, and that's big. I think Dan Quinn's defense this week is going to take a big turn up, and they're going to show up. Moving on, the next game is Dallas at Seattle. This should be a great game. 2 years ago, it was magnificent. Great team. Seattle with number 1 defense the last 3 years in a row. Let that sink in. They have given up the least amount of points for 3 years in a row. Best defense of all time. They are unbelievable what they've done this year. These last 3 years, they'll be the same this year. Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner, and Earl Thomas. I mean, you couldn't find 3 better guys in the league. Maybe the Cardinals could compete with those guys, but Dallas has Zeke this week, but Dez Bryant is out. So this is a tough pick, but I'm going with the Seattle. I think Seattle's going to pull this game out. Their defense is going to be locked shut, and they're going to be absolutely incredible tonight. Moving on to Friday's games, the Patriots at the Carolina Panthers. My Patriots, big week here. We'll see what they do. Tom Brady probably playing his first preseason game. Jimmy Garoppolo will also get time. I'm interested to see what they'll do at the end of this game. I do think the Carolina Panthers are better. I feel like Cam Newton's going to show a bit more. They got a great running system there with Jonathan Stewart. I think Calvin Benjamin's going back to his form. Greg Olsen. The Carolina defense is brilliant. Luke Kuechly is out of this world. I said magnesium there for a second. Out of this world, amazing. He is a beast, and you got Thomas Davis there as well. Side, and those two guys are absolutely unbelievable linebackers. I think they're the 2 best linebacking core in the league. They do need some problems at cornerback. It's the only weakness I see with Carolina this year, but I think they'll be grand. I think they'll win this game pretty convincingly, maybe against the Patriots. Not convincingly. I think they'll win it by margin of between 3 and 5 points. Moving on to the next game. Bills at Washington. Again, 2 teams that are, below average, you could say. Washington, they have a good defense built up, and they have good wide receivers, but they don't really have a quarterback. The running back's injured. And that's kind of a difficult issue, but the Bills have no discipline. That's a big thing. I don't know how good your defense is, the Bills. You have no discipline. It makes things difficult. And if you have no discipline, you give up easy yards, you give up free yards, free plays, longer drives, and eventually teams are going to score on you multiple times. So I'm going to go with the Washington's game. Bills have a lot of work to do. I'm not really confident with their offensive line. I don't like their quarterback. I don't like their running backs. They have a lot of work to do. Moving on to the Steelers at the New Orleans Saints. Well, this is the difficult one I tried to pick this week because they're 2 good teams with 2 great offenses. I mean, you have to look for the Steelers. You got Tony O'Brien, wide receiver, Le'Veon Bell, magnificent players, Big Ben at quarterback. The Saints, you have Drew Brees getting up in age, getting a little less zip on, a little less timing maybe, and you got Brandon Cooks, wide receiver, Mark Ingram, running back. 2 very things. It's going to be a high-scoring game, I believe. The Steelers' defense is a little choppy at the moment. I'm not really confident they're in a rebuilding phase kind of, but Saints defense is wide open, and it's kind of, you can bash around for fun basically. I mean, a college team could bash the Saints defense out of the park, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers game. The Saints gotta score points. They want to make this game competitive. I think the Steelers will score more. They say offense scores points, defense wins championships, so I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers in that situation and Mike Tomlin's team. We go to the next game. Browns at Buccaneers. The Browns, I mean, they're in a complete rebuild, really, to be honest. I think the Buccaneers, Mike Evans, I think he's having a massive year this season. He's lost some weight. He's going to be brilliant. Vincent Jackson's looking good this year. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins, a heck of a trio, pardon me. And they got a good defense. Levante David is a magnificent defense. They're going to have a magnificent year. I think this year, they're going to be a good team. They're going to be a team that has a chance to make a playoff run this year. Packers at 49ers is the final game on Friday night. The Packers, I mean, Mike McCarthy has everything set up well. They're a good defense. They need to move some linebackers, more flexibility, more mobility. I hope they got that this season, like Martinez. I think Aaron Rodgers and Eddie Lacy are going to have a good year. They're going to bounce back this year. Eddie Lacy last year was pathetic. I think they really got him working this year, and they need to work on him early and often. James Starks is nowhere near as good as Eddie Lacy. 49ers, they have some good pieces, but they need more. You know what I mean? They have some good team. They need to find a quarterback. I think they have to go Kaepernick or Jeff Driscoll. I think Blaine Gabbert, you might as well cut him right now. He's pathetic. He doesn't fit Chip Kelly's system at all. Don't listen to the hype. Chip Kelly's going to need some time. He's going to need a year or two to get his pieces in place. I think they're going to need some time. They got some good draft pieces from the last few years. They just need to get work out of them. I think they got a good setup. Carlos Hyde's going to have a big year. He's going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. But they need more. I think they're going to have to use a lot of read options, stuff like this. They're going to have to dig deep into Chip Kelly's Oregon playbook to find something that'll work. Moving on to Saturday's games, Chiefs at the Bears. This is a difficult game. I think the Chiefs are a very good team, but in Bears are showing some good form. They played well last week against the Patriots, so but yeah, I gotta go with the Chiefs in this game, guys. I think they got a magnificent defense. They got a great 3-headed monster running back, and they got a good wide receiver, Jeremy Maclin, who is magnificent punt returner and wide receiver. The Chiefs are better all around in this game. That's how they're gonna beat the Bears. The Bears, Jay Cutler needs to just work out where on earth his life went wrong because he's terrible at quarterback. The Eagles at the Colts. Well, this is a good game. I think both teams are going to have good years. Not really much the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to be up there in contention, but I think they'll be as good contenders as people think they'll be. They have a problem. They need to pick a quarterback, and I think they definitely are going to have a hard year picking or sticking with Sam Bradford. He's just not as good as people or as GMs in the league think he is. I don't know why he still has a job in the NFL. He's earned his money. He's basically robbed NFL teams for a living. He should be a criminal at this stage for fraud. The Indianapolis Colts, in their hand, Andrew Luck needs a big year this year. He had a rib injury last year, kept him out of the season. They need to get some work out of him. I'm going to go with the Colts in this game. I feel the Colts are going to show some good stuff this year. They got to rebuild defense, and hopefully that will be the difference tonight. Lions at the Ravens should be a good game between these two sides. Like what the Lions are doing on offense this season. They don't have Calvin Johnson anymore, so it's going to be moving the ship. I think they're relying on the running backs Amir Abdullah, your man Theo Riddick a bit more. They also got Golden Tate and that Bengals wide receiver, his name evades me right now. The Ravens in their hands, I'm a little hesitant what they have at the moment. They have a good defense, but their offense is a bit up in the air. Their defense has cornerback problems. That's why I'm going to go with the Lions in this game. Next game on Saturday is the New York Derby. How about this one? The New York Jets at the New York Giants. Two good teams, and this should be a good game. I think the Giants, Odell Beckham, are going to make this game a bit better. Giants, they've been trying to build a defense for the last few years, but I don't think they have it built yet the way they want it to be. The Jets, magnificent defense, but their offense is, let's just say, AFK, missing away from action and just not really doing much. They need to find a quarterback. Ryan Fitzpatrick's not the answer. Geno Smith's not the answer. Bryce Petty's the answer. Who's the other guy on their roster? Oh yeah, that guy, Christian Hackenberg. Just play him already. He is your future quarterback. He's magnificent. Play him. Get him out there. Titans at Ravens is our next game we're going to discuss right now. Titans and Raiders. Wow. Two teams that are underperforming, I think, this year. Both underperform. Titans, Mariota's got a great future ahead of him in the NFL. DeMarco Murray is running back. I think they're going to be a good pairing this year. But the Titans are missing that depth that other teams have. They need to work that up. They need to build it back up. New coach, new system. It's a little bit difficult for them to get back up. They're going to take some time. The Raiders, on the other hand, I think Khalil Mack's the heart and soul of that defense. They're in a very good year defense. Their offense, though, I'm a little bit concerned about. I don't think Derek Carr is as good as people did. He had a good first year with Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree. This year, we'll see what happens, and we'll have to figure it that way. Moving on to the next game, last game on Saturday, is the Rams, the LA Rams. Wow, sounds weird to say. At Denver Broncos. Again, two very good defensive teams. It's the Rams with a great defense, but it doesn't show up every week, every year, and that's a big problem why they haven't made the playoffs. And if you don't make the playoffs this year, Jeff Fisher, you gotta go. You're the worst coach in the league, to be honest, by my hands. I don't know how he is a coach. I love his what's that persuasion skills he has must be absolutely amazing because he manages to convince owners to give him money for free and do a terrible job of coaching. LA though they have a good running back system. They have a good Todd Gurley. They have some good wide receivers. I think Tavon Austin is finally becoming the player we thought he's going to be. Case Keenum will ride the ship for as long as they need to be. I think he's better than Jared Goff. I think he'll win the job this year. I think he'll win the job next year, and he might even win the job after that, knowing Case Keenum. Denver, well, their defense is back. They've lost a lot of guys up front, but they will be the same defense as last season. They'll be good. They'll be top 5. They'll be the last season. They do have a quarterback problem. Start Paxton Lynch. That's my solution. I think they need to figure out a way to just basically cut the other two quarterbacks. I mean, Trevor Simeons, whatever his name is, pathetic. Mark Sanchez, pathetic. Get rid of those guys. Get them out of there. Start fresh. Moving on to Sunday's games. The San Diego Chargers at Minnesota. Should be a good game with these two sides. Chargers, I mean, you got Keenan Allen, Antonio Gates, your two main guys. Melvin Gordon needs a big year this year. He was pathetic last season. He just didn't turn up. I mean, was he still in Wisconsin or something? Chargers in defense need work to be done for Jason Verrett's magnificent. Melvin Ingram's another great player, but they need to come up and perform every week and stay healthy. Joey Bosa, get your shit together. Your agent is a joke. You are disrespectful. POS, get your head in the straight, sign the contract, and let's play. Minnesota, on the other hand, I'm going to go with Minnesota in this game. I think they are going to dominate this game. They're brilliantly coached defense, and Mike Zimmer's got a great ship, and they got a great offense with Teddy Bridgewater, AP leading the way. They're going to be great. Cardinals at the Houston Texans. Wow. Cardinals, I think, are going to be a good team. They're going to be a very, very good team this year, and they're going to be one of the teams that's going to be here at the end of the year, and they're going to be playing for that prestigious Super Bowl. I think they're probably a very, very confident pick with Seattle and Carolina in the NFC. What makes the Cardinals so good is their defense. Tyrann Mathieu, Calais Campbell, and Patrick Peterson are three of the best guys in the league. They're as good as Seattle's three guys, in my opinion. They got a great offense with Larry Fitz, Michael Floyd. You got David Johnson, Carson Palmer. They're going to do their job this season. They're going to be very, very good. Going with the Cardinals in that game, they're going to do well. The final game of the week, the Cincinnati Bengals at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bengals, always a playoff team, but never a playoff winner, pretty much in my eyes. Andy Dalton needs to work well with, Gio Bernard and Jeremy Hill. Get those guys some split carries. Figure out what to do with those guys and get them working. They just need to find a solution to mix those guys up. The Bengals defense will always be good. They're well coached. They're well disciplined. Well, the discipline's not there, actually. They do have some discipline problems. Pac-Man Jones, I mean, how far do you need to go? Vontaze Perfect. They don't have discipline. Jacksonville, on the other hand, good side. You got great wide receivers. They need a quarterback, though. Great running back tandem. They got a good defense building down there. And I think they'll do a much better job this year. I think they'll be much, much better. I think Gus Bradley will have these guys prepped every week, well done, and he knows this is this year or he's gone. He will make sure that team is the best they will be, but Cincinnati will win this week. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave the video here. This has been a good episode, hopefully, and if you have any questions, comments, or your own previews, leave them down below, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. It should be an interesting week, though. I'm looking forward to seeing this football. This is a much better week. This is when football really gets back into the gist of things, and hopefully we'll see better football in 2 weeks' time when the season opens, which I cannot wait for. But until then, guys, I'm going to leave the video right here. Peace out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Should be a good week.